Now we can move on to the another bacterial infection, that is folliculitis. Folliculitis is an infection of the upper portion of the hair follicle. In this picture you can see upper portion of the hair follicle is inflamed, and it is characterized by follicular papule, pustule, erosion or crust at the follicular infundibulum. Okay. In this picture you can see the folliculitis. So in the hair follicles there is pustule formation, papule is there, and erosion is there, and there is crust formation. You can see in this picture. Okay. So this is the folliculitis, inflammation of the hair follicle. Now we can move on to the causative factor of folliculitis. Okay, usually the folliculitis is divided into two, more than that, but generally folliculitis is divided in two forms: superficial folliculitis and the deep folliculitis, and pseudo folliculitis also present. Okay, you just understand it is classified into different forms. Okay, now we can move on to the causes. So causes include infectious agent, that is Staphylococcus aureus bacteria may cause the infection. Next one, chemical factors, that is minerals, vegetable oils, petrolatum, cosmetic or occupational exposure that may leads to the folliculitis. Then mechanical means post waxing, after the removal, okay, hair removal, there may be chance. Then pseudo folliculitis is usually in beard region. Okay, after shaving there may be increased chance for the folliculitis. Okay, so these all are the infectious and chemical and mechanical causes for the folliculitis. Then predominant sites of the folliculitis is lower limb, then post-waxing on thighs and deltoid region. Then pseudofolliculitis already explained, that is in the beard area. Then appearance, usually the dome-shaped follicular pustules. Usually when we are observing the folliculitis, it is a dome-shaped and it is a pustule. Okay, small pustule can be observed. So that is the causative factor of folliculitis. Actually, for diagnosing the folliculitis, same way we are used in impetigo. Okay, Gram stain can be used, or culture can be used in order to identify the organism. And the signs and symptoms, okay, the clinical features, pustule nature in the hair follicle indicates the folliculitis. Okay, there is no need of that much diagnostic measure in the folliculitis. And regarding the management, folliculitis will be resolved by its own. Okay, usually it will be removed by cleaning the area with antibacterial soap and water at least 3 times a day. Okay, then superficial pustules will rupture and drain spontaneously, and it will not cause any scarring to the patient. Then oral or topical anti-staphylococcal agents can be used for the treatment. Okay, deep lesions of folliculitis represent small follicular abscess and should be drained. In case of deep folliculitis, sometimes we need the drainage of pus. Okay, that is the treatment modalities of the folliculitis. And if it is highly infected, we can use the antibiotics such as cloxacillin, cephalexin, erythromycin, etc. Okay, same as the impetigo. it's a bacterial. Okay, all these are the bacterial infections. The treatment somewhat same. Okay, and most of them will be resolved by its own. Now we can see the bacterial infection of the hair follicle. Other than the folliculitis, there are two other conditions, that is furuncles and carbuncles. Both are the inflammation of the hair follicles. Okay, so we can see the definition. Furuncles are skin abscess caused by staphylococcal infection which involve hair follicle and surrounding tissue. Okay, in folliculitis we have seen that it is the upper part of the skin or upper part of the hair follicle there is inflammation. Here the hair follicle and surrounding tissue is affected. Okay, and in case of carbuncle, carbuncles are clusters of furuncles connected subcutaneously, causing deeper suppuration and scarring. They are smaller and more superficial than subcutaneous abscess. So you just understand carbuncle is cluster of furuncle. Okay, and it causes more pus and more suppurative in nature, and it leads to severe scarring in our body. Okay. Furuncles usually painful, and they start as a tender reddish swollen firm area in the skin, and over time it will start to feel like water filled balloon or cyst. So usually it starts as a tender reddish swollen, then after some days, okay, it become a water filled balloon or cyst formation will be there, and after that there may be pus collection. Okay, and it will be drained, and usually it will not need a treatment. Okay, and the common sites of appearing furuncle is buttocks, neck, face, axilla. Okay, these are the common areas the furuncle will be occur. Okay, and when it is ruptures, there will be discharge of this necrotic tissue, pus, or everything will be drained off. Okay, in this picture you can see furuncle and carbuncle. So furuncle is small one. Okay, there will be one pinpoint of pus, but in case of carbuncle there will be multiple pointing of pus. Okay, you can see in the picture there is 3 pus pit. Okay, when it ruptures there will be lot of fluid or a lot of pus containing fluid will be leak off, and the surroundings will be affected more in case of carbuncle. In furuncle the surroundings affected, but it is little bit shorter than carbuncle. Okay, so that's why we are saying that carbuncle is a cluster of furuncle. Okay, in this picture you can see the difference between folliculitis, furuncle and carbuncle. Okay, folliculitis is otherwise known as the pumple, and furuncle otherwise known as the boil, and carbuncle is cluster of boils. Okay, so in the anatomy we can see the normal anatomy of the hair follicle. Okay, in the pumple or folliculitis, the upper portion of the hair follicle is affected and it is very small. Okay, and boil, that is pharyngeal, the nearest tissue, okay, nearest subcutaneous tissue is affected in the pharyngeal. Okay, and in the carbuncle, the cluster of pharyngeal, okay, one or two pharyngeal is joined forms carbuncle. I hope you understood the difference of folliculitis, pharyngeal and the carbuncle. Okay, we explained the features of pharyngeal. Now we can explain the feature of carbuncle. Actually, carbuncle is a deep infection of a group of contagious follicles, and it is a cluster of pharyngeal, and it manifests large, deeply seated, infiltrated nodule studded with numerous superficial pustules and necrotic plaques. Hair follicles provides the usual pathway of drainage, and the numerous sieve-like opening and drainage of pus is the characteristic feature of carbuncle. So in this picture you can see the numerous site, there is a leak of pus. Okay, numerous pinpoint of pus will be opened in case of carbuncle, and it is large inflammatory plaque studded with pustules usually seen in the nape of the neck, and infection extends down to the fascia and also the surroundings area. Okay, and I already explained it is a cluster of pharyngles, and when it is healed there will be a scar formation. Okay, and because it is deep seated, so that's why there will be definitely there will be scar formation. The main causative factor for carbuncle and the pharyngeal is same, Staphylococcus aureus. Okay, and so sometimes streptococci may also leads to the infection. The main risk factors for this infection is diabetes and the immunosuppression, obesity, then hematological disorders, malnutrition, then poor hygienic status, then the pediculosis, scabies, infections, then allergic reactions. Okay, so these all are the risk factors that may cause the pharyngals and carbuncles. Sometimes without any reason it may occur. Okay. Diagnostic measure is same as other infections, that is gram stain can be done and culture can be done. And management, usually it's better to do the moist heat application in the area and compress. Okay, the moist heat, the compress, that will helps to relieve the pain and also to drain the abscess. Then the medicines, the cloxacillin or dicloxacillin, then clindamycin, erythromycin tablets, oral tablets can be used. Then it's better to take bed rest by the patient. Then immobilize involved area. Okay. Then hand washing, personal hygiene is very important. Then need of systemic flucloxacillin, that is the antibiotic, oral antibiotic. Okay, and in case of severity there is a need of incision of abscess or incision and drainage of abscess, so that will helps to relieve the symptoms. Okay, and we need patient monitoring. Okay, if it is resolving or if it is spreading, okay, we have to know that. Then mupirocin ointment also can be applied for the patient topically. Topically means in superficially we can apply the ointment. Okay, so these all are the treatment for measures for the pharyngeal and the carbuncle, and sometimes there is no need of treatment, they will subside by its own. Okay, that don't forget. But if there is a need of systemic infection, or if it is widespread, then only we will use all this treatment. In case of carbuncle, we definitely use the oral antibiotics. Okay. So that is regarding the pharyngals and the carbuncles.